Hi everybody, my name is Shannon. Welcome to my channel, Another Yarn. Thank you so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. Oh my, in the comedy of outing yourself, like yesterday, showing the sweaters, my mohair sweaters that have been languishing for a while, they were understuff. Well, the boho sweater was definitely understuff. But there was another thing that our friendly Alaskan person, Laura, Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming, was calling me out on the cat blanket. Yes, I dug. I found it. It's not done. It's headless. It is headless. And yeah, see, look, it's folded. It's bright. It's beautiful. So I was talking with Lori from the Armchair Chef, and she's coming. I was telling her, it's like, she asked me the same thing because, everyone's asking about said blanket. And I said, no, it doesn't have a head. And she's like, that would be so funny. You could add Layla to it. Layla doesn't have a body. My blanket doesn't have a head. You know where that's going. Oh my gosh, that was so funny. So I went ahead and I spread everything out. And then I sent Lori a picture of the blanket with Layla right there. I'm like, it works. And I'm not gonna lie, I really thought the blanket was a lot bigger than what it is. I know the whole goal was to keep this in the size frame for Camp Buggy Creek, because that's what this is going for, and probably gonna go for the following year since it's still headless. Just gonna throw that out there. But donation, everything for the kids with those bright, happy, beautiful colors. Well, laying it out, I remember it being bigger. I mean, we had to make it within, I had to make it within the parameters, so that's not an issue. But in my head, it's like this big monstrous thing that just doesn't have a head. It's not that big. It's not that daunting. You want to see what's really daunting about this? Okay, so I've got this beautiful thing kind of folded up like a, envelope thing. There's a lot of ends. There's a lot that has to be untangled as you go. Which when I did this far, I was able to do it. And look at this psychedelic color. Man, I mean, if that doesn't blow out your monitors, I don't know what will. So I was able to do it. I enjoyed it. But then, like a lot of things, I got sidetracked. And while getting sidetracked, oh my gosh, this is a special stitch too, isn't it? Oh, I'm going to have to look at the pattern again. Yeah, sidetracked. These are, what, like crossed half double crochets or something? These look like X's. That's not a half double. Oh, that's right. We got the pattern. Laura at the time from Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming was offering to purchase said pattern for my currently headless cat, right? That's a headless cat. That's where the head's supposed to go, like up here. So she had offered, this was quite a while ago, to pay for patterns if you actually wanted to make this and donate it. Well, I'm smarter than that. I did not accept her offer. I bought my own pattern. I did not want to be beholden to having to finish this thing in case I didn't like it or in case I got sidetracked. Guess who's the smart one now? That's right, I got sidetracked. I'd have felt very guilty taking her money to buy me a pattern with the explicit rules and whatever for taking said offer would be to actually make this and send it off and donate it. I'm so glad I didn't do that because you can see I got a headless cat. You're like, no, I can't see it's a headless cat because you hadn't unfolded it. There's a reason. Okay, all right, so here we go. Got that. Ooh, there we go. Ooh, closer. Look, there's a tail. That's part of a tail. And it's just a... Okay, here we go. Here we go. I can do it. I can do it. It's like a mess of yarn. It's like a tangled mess of yarn. That's a bunch of... See? It's a lot. And this isn't one that I could just grab and transport around the house a whole bunch because it's a tangled mess. And I've got to wind off some more black. I think this was Big Twist value on the black, and it's the Hirschner's Neon Brights. Oh yeah, that's a Hirschner's Neon Brights for that super bright color. And I'm looking at it, and that is not, it's not single crochet, and it's not a half double crochet. It's some specialized, well, fancy stitch that I learned doing this project. I do remember that. I'm going to have to go back to my old videos, unless somebody remembers offhand and they can tell me. I think I was using an H hook. I think I was using an H. And I know I gauged this. because everyone was getting like a really super big gauge on it. I gauged it. I know it's crazy. I gauged it a couple times. Then I shrunk the pattern some, and I used the hook I wanted to. Yeah, I think it's an H, but I got to go back and check. Unless one of you remember, and you can tell me. I'm good with that. You can tell me where I'm at. I'd appreciate that, because I just don't know. So here is my lack of see, my husband's like, I can't see it. Even at this stage, it's like 2/3 done. He cannot see that that's a cat, right? That's, the cat is split down the center, right? And then here's the black tail. That's the tail right there. That's how that goes. And it's reversible. All the ends are hanging on this side. See, it goes, I don't know which side you can maybe see it better a little bit, but the cat, you know, goes like a teardrop for the back side, little butt, and then the tail goes up like this, and then it comes into the nice cat head, kind of like a Siamese cat. Yeah, that's it. So that's where I'm at. It's been a while since I didn't remember the stitch. I don't remember the stitch. I'm going to have to find my, is that my pattern? No. I have to find my pattern. I bought it, so I have to have it downloadable somewhere. And I printed it because I'm smart like that. 2-color brioche. That's not the right thing. So, oh, I think it's over there. Yeah. That's really smart. Some patterns over there, I think. And I found the blanket under a stack of stuff just off camera. Like under. Like all the way under. I'd lift things up to pull it out. Oh, that's a pretty pattern. Look at that. I've got fun patterns. Look at this brioche hat. Look. Sidetracked. I know we're talking about a cat. A cat and Layla. That's like a marriage, right? You know, so we got the cat and then we've got the lady love bug. I'm sure it would work. Maybe. It looks really cute though. I do know that. So every time I touch this thing, I have to spend a lot of time untangling because that's just a mess. Now, I know when Laura did hers, she had a box or a bin or something like that. She was putting all those crazy ends in to make it a little bit less like this. Being that I found this under a bunch of stuff, I obviously did not do that. I just left the big old mess like that. But once you get to the part I'm at, you've got 8 ends connecting this thing, and you're doing, you know, like bobbins. That's why I stop falling. That's why I don't have the full skein, because I believe this was like one of those 1 pound big twists, and that's just, you know, I needed 8 pieces, so I just wound off what I, you know, wound off a portion, and when I ran out, I went and got more. So that's where I'm at with that mess. Yeah, that's daunting. That's a lot of ends. It's a little crazy. I can do it though. I can do it. You know what I'm gonna have to do? I'm gonna have to start. Nah, that sounds like rules, but I might. Do like a little basket thing with like numbers or something in it and number my projects, but then I'd have to actually number my projects. But pull one out and go, okay, well, I'm gonna work on this one this way. And that would be kind of fun too, because like the Monday video, I would maybe have more variety. But then again, I think my last Monday video, I had 8 or 9 things that I worked on. That's kind of a variety as it is. But I'd like to mix in some of these things because I'm finding a lot of old projects. I mean, we're talking decade old, right? I'm finding a lot of old projects. This is like baby old. This is baby old. This is just like toddler, right? Maybe. This is baby old. But I'm finding a lot of older projects, really old, and I'm having fun going back and trying to work with those. And I'm still starting things. And then I've got projects that are like baby old within 3 years, you know, just kind of like, just little toddler things. And I've got those. There's a lot of things that are just like, ooh, pick me, ooh, pick me. And there's stuff I want to try. I mean, let's face it, there's definitely stuff I want to try. And I want to play with lots of things. So I might have to do like a rotational thing like that. Kind of these are my stock things that I'm doing right now weekly. Like, I'm trying to work on my advent calendar blanket weekly. Yes, I'm loving that. And the Nature's Walk blanket, which is a crochet blanket, doing little squares. I'm trying to do that one weekly too, at least 1 square a week. I've been doing a lot more, but I'm sure that other things will jump in and that'll kind of slow down a little bit. That's okay. I only need like 63 squares. That's not many. We got this. So those are like weekly. And then I've got the Tangled Poet Cowl with those minis. Yeah, that's been a lot of fun. That one's been kind of weekly, just little bite-sized nuggets as I add a new color. Oh my gosh, that is so fun. But there's other things that can rotate in. Oh, and my husband's sweater has to be every week. It just has to until I get that thing done. Yes. But there, so I've got a few things that are definitely on there, but I'd like to rotate some other stuff in. Like here are my staples and here's my rotation. Here's my staples and my rotation. I don't know. I feel like sometimes I'm like an ADHD crafter, but I'm not. That's really not it. I don't have any issues. I don't. Yeah, no judging. No, so that's not it. I like to do everything. And I think I can do all of it, like all at once. I think that I can do every single bit. And then it's funny when I have a week, because not all weeks do I work on like 8 or 9 projects. Some of them I definitely do, right? That's a lot. That's a lot to have in the works that I'm actively working on. But it's funny when I have 8 or 9 in a week, and then I can walk around here and go, oh, I can find at least another 8 or 9 or 12 that either I've worked on within the last month or so, or I'd like to pick back up or something like that. Got a lot of projects. I don't know how many. I don't. I'm not hiding it from you. I literally do not know. Is for those that have heard my little spiel, I don't call them whips because the actual words for the acronym WHIP is Works in Progress. All right. If I'm not working on it, it's not a whip. It's could be, a lot of people call UFOs, unfinished objects. Oh, okay, that's one. I like some of my older projects. Those are the vintage whips, right? Those are the vintage projects, the vintage pieces that I have to get back to. And then I've got these little toddler pieces that are within like 3 years that I've worked on, I've picked up, I've shown. I haven't completely lost interest in them, but they keep getting shoved to the side because something new shiny comes along. Yeah, you want to see a new shiny? Yeah, no, you do. I know. Here we're talking about the beautiful headless cat. The cat needs a head. The cat needs a head and Layla needs a body. Maybe. I do have the pattern for Layla's body, but it's buried. I have seen it in the last couple years. And if you're interested in her, it's not my pattern. It's K4TT Fiber Doodles on Ravelry. It is a paid for pattern and you can still purchase it. That's just if you want to, but that's what she is. But I do have the pattern. I have it printed off. It is in this room. I have seen it. And I do have some of the yarn. I don't know if I have enough. I said that Layla's a decade plus old, but I do have some of the Red Heart yarn that I made her with. Whether it's enough, I don't know. And it's not like you can get the same color of Red Heart. It'd have to be out of somebody's stash, if I were to make the body. But I'm really reluctant because if I made the body, she wouldn't fit, right? She just, she's been on the shelf and she's just been my mascot for a decade. And if I put the body on there, I'm afraid that she might have to sit like this, like with the, with the antennas sticking out like that, really bent, for the body to work. But I don't know. I don't have to worry about it right now because I don't know where the pattern is at the moment. It's in this room and it's under here. There's a mountain of stuff here that's just off camera. It's off camera for a reason. Oh, I got sidetracked again. Yeah, another reason I have issues. I don't really have issues, but things can go slow, things can go fast, is I keep getting stuff like this. Well, this is my last JoAnn order. It really is. Well, until I make another order. But with all the JoAnn Frenzy and all the sale yarn and all the other stuff, right? This is literally the last order that I placed. And since the prices, this is all the same order. It just came in 3 things. This is the one I was waiting for. Dun, 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 dun. So it's not huge. I mean, it is, but it's not. It's fluffy. It's fluffy. But yeah, that's my last JoAnn order for a while. Their prices are going up as they've closed or are in the process of liquidating and closing like 530 odd stores. And if you're not aware of that, it's like 2 different, completely different companies at this moment with the same name. The liquidation stores might have the marquee as JoAnn on the outside of the store still. And but it's being run by another company. I think they were sold to that liquidation company. So the liquidation company owns it. Like I said, it says JoAnn at the top, just like Big Lots when it was going out of business said Big Lots, but it wasn't Big Lots anymore. And just like Bed Bath & Beyond, when they went out, they weren't that company anymore. They were that Gordon Brothers or whatever the liquidation company is. So there's some confusion for, you know, everyday shoppers. When you go into a liquidation store, it is owned by liquidator people, you know, the Gordon Brothers or whatever their name is. I'm probably saying it wrong. But it's owned by them and they set the rules. And they're like, it's whole retail price, whatever the retail price of things are. And we're giving 25% off and that's it. No military, no student, no old people, no teachers, no whatever other discount that you can think of, right? You know, I fall in a couple of those categories. But, you know, none of those others, and no coupons. Well, the confusion is for people who look at JoAnn and like, hey, look, this is on sale at JoAnn. It's 25% off. And then they go to a liquidation store. No, that's two separate entities. That's two separate businesses. You know, that's like, I know it's confusing. It's like, hey, I want my JoAnn prices at Sears. No, this isn't Sears. You know, that's kind of how that is. So I know it's a big confusion with a lot of people online. I have seen that. It's like, my JoAnn's not doing that, because that's not really a JoAnn anymore. It's the liquidator company. And then JoAnn itself has their online sales. They do. If you're close enough to one of those stores, you can still order to have things shipped to you. If it's not a liquidation store, you can still order and do the online and pick up in store if it's not a liquidation store, because that's JoAnn. The liquidation things are just like, those are just another company. So that's an issue right there. So I know that's a lot of confusing. Anyway, that's another sidetrack tangent. So do you want to see what's in these, or do we care? I mean, I care. I know what's in them. I do. I'm excited. Here, let's see. I'm gonna open a bag. Open bag. Did you see the bloom sweater that I want to make? Yeah, this is the yarn. I've been waiting on it. All right, so in this one, it's either black or the red. Okay, here's my black. Yeah, look at that. So this is that super fuzzy KNC Cloud Packa. Yeah. And I did not take my own advice. In full admission, when I made the video talking about this and saying, hey, go ahead and order, blah, 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 I'm going to go ahead and click the button and order tonight before the next morning, I didn't. So I didn't get the sale I was talking about either. It cost me money. I still ordered. But I didn't take my own advice. That's bad. Anyway, this is the KNC Cloud Packa. 28% polyamide, 14% merino superwash wool, and 58% baby alpaca. Each one of these is 50 grams, 164 yards, and you need to hand wash that, lay flat. I mean, that's a luxury type fiber. So here's my black, and I got, this bag is all black. 8 or 10, I'm not sure, but I don't need to pull them out. They all look just like this. It's black. So there's that. That one shipped first. So I've had that one for like 2 days. This one shipped next, and this is the Persimmon Red. And I don't know how many is in here. Ooh, I got a little packing slip. Does it tell me what I paid? More than I should have, because I was a doofus. Nope, it just says it was in bin. Oh, I got 8 of these. Okay, it was in bin 26. That's nice. So I have 8 of these, and this is what they call the Persimmon Red. And, you know, Erin had opened hers a couple days ago, and she commented that this is more of a purple. And I agree with her. It's not like this purple, but I did not know that until she said that. I thought it was a red. That is definitely not a red. That has a purple hue to it. I think I like it better. That's pretty cool. Same specs, and evidently that packing sheet says I have 8 of those. Now the pattern I want to make, for the size that I'm looking for, I need 6, so I'm good. Wanted to make sure that I had what I needed and then some. You know how that goes. And then color work galore. So those two I knew I had. This was the stress piece, and the only reason it was stressful is they created the shipping label for this on Valentine's Day, February the 14th. Fine, that's perfect. I have no problems with that. But it didn't ship, and I didn't get any notification for like 4 days. So I was a little concerned that they might cancel my order. So that kind of stressed me just a little, but they did not. I have it. It's in my hot little hands right here. I just got it today. And so I get to open this. And this is the one that I was waiting on the most. And that's because I have the spring colors. And I wanted to make Why did I just not open that all the way? I want to make that bloom sweater with these beautiful spring colors and black. I want to do it like this. Yeah, I want a sweater that matches this. That's the lavandula color. Evidently, that is like a plant name for lavender, or the Latin plant species, something along that line. See, I learned something. Might not have said it right. Oh, okay. So I have a bunch of these. I think I have 10 of these. That's a bag of 4. I get this. Yep, I have 10 of those. Oh my gosh, look at this. This is the mint green. Oh, that's beautiful. I have had a thing for mint green lately. I've got my lavender, my mint green. So should I do it in lavender or green? What do you think? Which one? Which? It's going to be, like I said, like that. That's going to be around the yoke. That thing right here going down on the yoke. Like this. I've got the color work yoke right here. It's going to have these big, huge flowers. Yeah, like that. All the way around. That's what it's, yeah, just like that. There. See, that's what I want. I want that. Should that be this color or this color? Which one? You can be honest. I don't know. I'm not normally the mint green, but I'm telling you, it is screaming my name this year. I have no idea why. It's not one I normally gravitate towards, but I am wanting it in like everything. Maybe because we have 8 inches of snow right now. Yeah, we got snow, but that's okay. We're going to have 50-degree weather in the morning, so some of it's going to go away. So I got these. I don't know how many of these I got. Looks like I got 7. Okay, so I have enough. I have plenty. Why did I get 7? Whatever. So I have 7. Like I said, the pattern I'm looking for says 6 at the most for my size. Yay! And I got 3 of the cream, this whipped cream color. That's the white color. What color is this? Is this key lime? It should be key lime. No, this is honeydew. Yeah, honeydew works too. Honeydew, whipped cream, cream something, whippy cream something. Yeah, whipped cream, lavandula. And I'm looking at the color work. Oh my gosh. So I was looking at this, and this is an online thing anyway, and not having them together. Oh my gosh, that is stunning. So loving the idea with color work. Like I said, this was 100% why I did the order. I want a sweater like this. I do. What color? What color should I make my sweater? What color? I need help. This is what I was waiting on. This is what I was going to settle with if my order got canceled. I mean, it's gorgeous, right? Because I knew I was getting this in the black. I mean, that's pretty, but I think that the lighter color, not this one, but I mean, you know, that's going to show up better and be more of a contrast than the black would be. Or this. Which one? The whole time it was 100% this. Now what? What do I do? They're gorgeous. Where do I go? Where do I go from here? So I hope you've enjoyed my JoAnn orders and everything. Like I said, you're not going to get any more from me in quite some time. I have everything that I've wanted from their stuff. Did all my panic buying. I've made something with all the yarns that I have purchased, which I think is absolutely fabulous. I'm really proud of myself for that. But there's one sock yarn I didn't, but it's a solid sock yarn. It's sock yarn. We got it. But everything else, and I bought an extensive collection of their new yarn line. Now, the only caveat that I have to say for that, if JoAnn in the next week, 2 weeks, month, whatever, seriously doubt this is going to happen. But if they come out with a new yarn line that tickles my fancy, because let's face it, not all of them do, they come out with new yarn and bulky and you can have it. You can interview, you can go ahead and check that out on your own. I probably won't. But if they come out with something that I'm like, oh, I have to try that. I have to touch that. I'll purchase new stuff. If they come out with new bulky, yeah, that's not tempting for me. So I'll be happy about that. Yay. But with everything that's going on, I really seriously doubt that's going to be the case. So there you go. That's not to say you're not going to see more JoAnn yarn from me, because let's face it, I have to make the sweater. And obviously that's JoAnn yarn. And I have other projects that are currently in the work with the JoAnn Big Twist and the KC yarns that I have purchased. But that's just fun. That's just using my stuff. That's exciting. That's a whole nother craft. I mean, I sourced it, I collected it, I brought it into my house, and I put a lot of it away, believe it or not. I really did. A lot of my JoAnn yarn is actually put away. Some of the other stuff isn't, but a lot of that is. So there we have it. That's my stuff. My headless cat blanket, my bodiless Layla, and my decision making with these. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I need help. I need help. I don't want like a 12-step program just to keep me from buying yarn because let's face it, that makes me happy. It really, really does. Somebody's going to be happy with all my yarn. I'm just saying. Yeah, so there's my stuff. I'm loving the purples. Anyway, with that, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. You guys have a great day, night, evening, whatever it happens to be. And I will talk to you again later. Bye-bye.